maintenance of culverts and ditches in the town of Waukesha and public right-of-ways. This was requested by Supervisor Fischer. We have tasked the clerk and the attorney to take a look at our ordinances and report on back to us. And that will be forthcoming at a future date. So if there's no issue with that, we'll hold this over to the next regular meeting of the board.
I guess I'd just like to speak to that and thank you for the acknowledgement. I did ask to have this put on the agenda. If it's the pleasure of the board, if you're not prepared to address this issue tonight, that's fine. I can deal with that. I just point out, I mean, I pulled up the meeting minutes from June 23rd of 2016. Well over a year ago, we had an item on there that was town policy and ordinance, the ordinance number on ditch mowing, ditch maintenance that didn't mention culverts or what or not, no action taken. I think the town board owes it to town residents, town staff to get on with this issue. So it's the pleasure of the group to wait for the next meeting. That's okay with me, but we need to get on with the show.
And actually I said hold over to the next meeting that's going to be discussed at staff at the end of the month. So it would be the October meeting.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that, but I mean, just adding to it, fine to discuss it at staff, but this needs to be a discussion in public, and it needs to be done at a board meeting and everything. This has been vexing us for far too long, and there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of disagreement. It needs to be discussed at board level. So that's what we need to do.
So what discussion are we looking to have? Are we looking to have a discussion on the maintenance of culverts and ditches in the town of Waukesha public right-of-ways? Or are we looking to have a discussion about what you mentioned was discussed a year ago in June? Those are two distinctly different things.
No, they're not. It talks about
They certainly
maintenance and so forth, ditch maintenance. They're one and the same. Look at the verbiage right on the thing. My request to put on the agenda, and I'll ask to be put it back with the exact same verbiage, is maintenance of culverts and ditches in the town of Waukesha public right-of-ways. If you want to discuss other issues, that's fine. That's my agenda request.
But those sentences aren't the same.
What?
Well, those two sentences aren't the same. They're just not the same.
What two sentences?
Well, could you read what was from the June 2016 minutes?
I
didn't have that prepared.
Town policy and ordinance on ditch mowing and ditch maintenance.
Okay, so
my issue, just let me finish, you can talk. My issue does not speak to ditch mowing per se, but it certainly speaks to ditch maintenance when I talk about maintenance and culverts and ditches in the town of Waukesha public right-of-ways.
Okay.
If you want to expand it to mowing, that's fine with me.
I don't want to do
That's
anything.
my
It's not
agenda
my
request.
request. It's your request. I want to make sure that we're talking about the right thing. So in a little over a year ago, the topic at hand apparently was ditch mowing and ditch maintenance. Okay, now your request to discuss mentions culverts and doesn't say anything about ditch mowing. I just want to make sure I'm prepared, that's all.
You will be properly prepared, I'm sure.
Well, if I come prepared to talk about culverts and ditches, and then you want to talk about mowing, I suspect I won't be.
Well, I didn't say I want to talk about mowing. I want to talk about culverts and ditches
Okay, so
in the town
a
of
year ago, we
Waukesha
didn't
right
talk
away.
about culverts.
We didn't talk about anything because it says no
Well, we
action
talked about it,
taken.
we didn't take any action. We talked about it.
I'm not here to argue, Mike. I asked to have it put on the agenda of maintenance of culverts and ditches in the town of Waukesha public right away. I think that is pretty clear and descriptive of what I think we need to talk about. If some of you would like to talk about other things, put it on the agenda.
All right, gentlemen, I think we can move.
Might be clear to you, but I'm just trying to make sure it's clear to me too. That's all.
All right,
I think it is.
thank you.
You wouldn't know that from my point of view.
All right.
Apparently not.